What's up, everybody? It's Thursday night. That means it's time for some football, and it's time to answer your questions and help you get ready for Week 8. Starts it, maybe some waiver wire questions still going on, trade questions definitely. This is the time to get all of that in. So we're here to help. Let us know what you got, and we'll do our best to help you out, give you our honest take. Break down Thursday night just a little bit. Got the Bucks and the Bills. It's actually be an interesting one to be a little closer than we thought it might have been before the season started. Bills not exactly rolling, and the Bucks, I have to admit, Baker Mayfield look a little bit better. Okay, a lot better than I thought he would look. You think this is going to last all year?
No, and I think we've seen the last few weeks here him kind of crashing down. I mean, yeah, he's better than I expected because I expected him to be horrible.
Right, exactly.
But I think we see. But I do agree with you. I think it will be a closer game because this Bills offense just really hasn't been rolling. So even though I expect the Bills to win, I don't think they're gonna blow out the Bucks. And look, the Bucks still have a pretty good defense. So yeah, should be a close game.
Yeah, because you look on the surface here, you think, the Bills should definitely win, but these teams' records are not that different. I mean,
Right.
just the Bucks have been on bye, and or it's in Tampa, is it not? I mean,
Yes.
You never know. What if the Bills start reeling here? Are people going to be panicked on Josh Allen, this offense, if somehow they don't pull it out?
I mean, yeah, of course, because this is what we do, right? This is what people do. It's like, suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, they're done. And then it's, January and they're in the AFC Championship game. It's like, right? This is like, what are they? Are they 2-4?
Who?
3-3?
The Bill?
Yeah, 3-5. 3-4.
Oh no, they have they're 4-3. They still have a winning record.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. See, this is what I mean. It like, if because I don't really pay attention to like records of teams.
Yeah, I know. We're busy looking at stats, not standings.
Exactly. But like when you're on the outside looking in, not as a fan of the Bills, it feels like they must have like a terrible record. They must be losing every, and then it's like, wait, they're 4-3. And like worst case, if they lose tonight, they're 4-4. Yeah, I think the Bills will be fine either way.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I think what's more concerning is the fact that if you look at those losses, those teams they've lost to, okay, I'm not gonna get on the Dolphins fandom thing, but okay, Dolphins have lost twice. And, oh, they're not legit because they lost to the Eagles and they lost to Buffalo. Okay, the Bills have lost to the Patriots, who had one win. They've lost to the Jets. Let's not forget they lost to the Jets week 1. They've lost to bad teams. So if they lose to Tampa Bay, it's like, oh, come on. I mean, you can't take them that seriously. I know I'm not saying you should panic or anything, but yeah. Just saying they get a little too much credit.
Well, the defense is, if there is a worry, it's that defense. It's
yes, the
been
defense
decimated by injury. So
you don't have to worry about Josh Allen in fantasy. What do you think about the comment he's going to let it loose or something like that? I mean, is this offense
has he not been letting it loose
anyway?
Like, what does that even mean? Like, they haven't been like they've just been this run heavy machine that's just out here running it 60%. Like, what does that even mean?
More Gabe Davis?
Probably just the same Bills that we see. Like, it's easy. You know what? Like, what was the quote? What was the quote from Mike Tyson? Like, they asked him back in the day, right, when he was like wrecking people, and his quote was something like, "Everybody has a game plan until they get hit in the mouth," or something like that. Like, yeah, everybody, like, I'm sure right now sitting in the press room, running practices against air, you're ready to air it out. But when you're playing real defenses, it's not quite that easy anymore. But yeah, I think we'll see. Like, I'm not worried about any of the Bills. Like, I'm not worried about Diggs, not worried about Allen.
No. I don't love Gabe this week, and he's up and down anyways. I don't think this is the spot for him. I think James Cook will be fine. I think he's still startable. The Bucks, but like you mentioned, that defense for Buffalo has been slipping a little bit. They lost their best corner, Tre'Davious White. They lost their best linebacker, Matt Milano.
Yep.
So I think both Evans and Godwin could be solid this week.
Yep, agree.
All right, one guy you don't have to be panicked about, should let you know, because yesterday we talked a lot at the beginning about Tyreek Hill and what if and what if and what if he just comes back to practice the next day, because that's what happened today back. And so, like, what was all this? Is this like just a big media circus show or something? What was it?
I guess. I mean, I don't ask your boy Tua. He's the one that riled everybody up with that quote about somewhere. What was it, like somewhere down the line we'll get
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill back? Yeah, by down the line he meant tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I
Who
mean,
knows? Who knows? But yes, it sounds like he's okay. So that was random. That was, look, been watching football my whole life. Every time I think, okay, that's it. I've seen it all. I mean, in the span from Sunday to yesterday, I've already seen two things I never thought I'd see. Number one, like by far a team's best player, one of the best running backs in the game, barely playing. And then Tyreek Hill sounding like he's going to miss weeks to practicing the very next day. Okay, whatever.
yeah, I didn't even want to bring up Arthur Smith again today. That's just like, and you know how many Bijan questions we'll still get, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Fair to ask, but just be prepared for us to say you're still starting Bijan.
Yes.
Anyways, it depends. It always depends. Keep asking. But yeah, tonight's game I think will be pretty good from a fantasy standpoint. Don't feel like it's going to be a slugfest or anything like that, because the Bills' defense isn't quite what it was. Their offense is still good, whether they let it loose or whatever that means.
Yeah.
I think that just means a lot more turnover worthy throws, probably.
Maybe.
But speaking of Josh Allen, I've been saying it. This is your last chance. You got a couple hours till the game starts. If you haven't tried Underdog, and I keep saying this because there's a lot of you apparently who haven't. Some people are asking us, well, what is it about? And just not sure. We kind of assume you've heard of Underdog. I mean, you watched NBA games last night. You had commercials for Underdog, and it's all over the place because they're the fastest growing fantasy site there is. And so let's get a little deeper into this before we get to your questions. So you get the special of Josh Allen, right there. It is half a yard. Go higher. That's step one. No. Step one is sign up and use promo code Endgame.
Yes.
Or there's a link down below. Just click the link and you sign up. Okay, so you've signed up. You put however much you want, and it does not have to be $500. That's the limit to get the deposit match. You go up to $500, whatever you put in, you're doubling that money. So already you're gaining money. And so think of it this way. You can play around with that money they gave you just for signing up, and you're making your first bets. It's like house money, right? And you're familiar with this.
Yeah.
So you got your account there, and you're gonna say, okay, let me try a pick'em. So you go to the pick'ems. You see in the very top left there, you go pick'em, and then you'll see at the very top, okay, I'm new. I just signed up for Underdog, and there it is, Josh Allen staring you in the face. Hit higher. He gets a yard. You win that pick. Now, if you see on the bottom right there, it's got a little green circle. Okay, so you got one pick. You have to make at least two. No, you can't just take the free pick and that's it and win. Okay, so now we need another pick. So let's take a look. So just for tonight's game, this is just Bucks Bills. So you have Baker Mayfield alone. You have about 10 different options. You can go higher or lower on whatever you feel good about here. So, Chris, is there something that stands out to you in any of these picks? Of course, Baker's just the first guy. Then we have the running backs, the receivers. They even have defensive players. So let's find another pick you would want to pair like with Josh Allen.
Yeah. So I know you and I were talking about it today, looking at these. I know you like Baker, his sack total. I really like Rachaad White higher than 21.5 receiving yards. The Bills right now allow the 6th most receiving yards to running backs. You gotta figure they're not gonna be able to run the ball. He's gonna get a lot of dump offs. I think I like that pick a lot. Rachaad White higher than 21.5 receiving yards. That would be the one I would pair with.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Rachaad White used as a receiver quite a bit. They don't really have a lot of receiver depth. If you feel like the Bucks are not going to be playing from ahead, I mean, anyways, you like that pick. You put it there, and there you go. Now, with the freebies, like the Josh Allen one, there's a limit because they don't want to just give away too much free money. But for the free ones and the boosters, the specials that they have, it's usually a $10 max. Okay, so all you did is you got a free square there with Josh Allen. So basically, if you get your one pick right and he's going with Rachaad White at 21.5 receiving yards, That's it. 2 picks, you get that one right, and you just tripled your money. That's pretty straightforward. Now, what if you're like me and you get greedy? You're like, I want more than that.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to pick another one that I like. And I looked at the stats. Now, when I think of Baker Mayfield, I usually don't think great things. But one thing Baker Mayfield has been good at, in fact, I should say the offensive line has been good at in Tampa Bay, is not giving up sacks. So last week, he got sacked 3 times. So look at the line right there. You see it? 2.5 sacks taken. If he gets sacked 3 times, right, then, you'd say go higher. I'm going to take the lower because I don't think he's going to get sacked 3 times. Because before last week, Baker Mayfield had not been sacked more than twice in a game. And in fact, Tampa Bay has allowed the fewest sacks on the season. Baker Mayfield is mobile, if nothing else. He will scramble. He has been really good this year. Got to give him credit at throwing the ball away or making decisions. He's not taking a lot of sacks. And Buffalo lately has not been getting sacks. In fact, last week against the Patriots, that's right, Mac Jones and the Patriots, they only got 1 sack on Mac. If they can only get 1 sack on Mac, I doubt they're going to sack Baker Mayfield in this offensive line more than 3 times. So I'm going lower there. And then I still want more. I want more money. I want 20 times my money, Chris. So where else can I go?
I think another one we were talking about was Mike Evans' first downs.
Yep.
We like higher than 3 first downs tonight. This is a guy basically almost every time he catches the ball, it's like a first down, right? I mean, he doesn't catch little 3-4 yard passes. So you got to feel good that if he catches, look, in his reception number is 4.5. So if he gets to 4 to 5 receptions, you got to think he's getting at least 3 first downs tonight.
Yep. And if you look at it, Tampa's played 6 games, but he basically missed 1. He's got 22 first downs this season. He's averaging already almost 5 first downs per game if you average it out. So I think that's an easy hire, and especially Buffalo's defense has been much worse lately. So look, I got 4. Are we just going to go for it and go for 5?
Yeah. So if look, you can just do 1 and play it safe and say I'm just gonna play it safe with the 1. But remember, you're playing with house money here, right? Underdog's giving you this money. You might as well go for it. So even if you just want to go 4, $10, you're going to turn that into $100. But let's go for it because we can do 1 more. Let's go for it. Let's get a defense one. I think there's a defense one you like.
Yeah, and I feel let's get another Bill in here so we're not loading up looking like we're Bucks fans or anything like that. So I like the idea that, okay, the Tampa Bay receivers are probably going to be involved quite a bit. You're going to get Evans and Godwin out there. I like Taron Johnson's solo tackles. I'm going to go higher because he's a guy who's averaging about 3, a little more than 3 tackles per game. If he's covering Mike Evans and Mike Evans is getting first downs, he's making tackles. Same with Chris Godwin. These are receivers who get a lot of action. So I really like that pick. So there you go. We got 5. If we nail all 5 of these, and remember, one of them is a gimme, Josh Allen 1 yard, then we just did 20 times our bet.
Yep. Turn $10 and turn 10 underdog dollars into $200. Not right. Your $10 underdog dollars.
But if you want to play it a little safer, you look down below there, we can get some insurance, can't we?
Yes, you could take insurance as well. How do I get this thing out of here? Get this out of here. You can take insurance. Well, you can't take insurance with the boost. That's right. You can't take insurance.
Can't take it on the boost. All right.
Yeah, because again, they're giving you a free pick, so they won't let you get insurance. But in the future, if you decide to do this, you can take insurance. It lowers your payout a little bit. I typically don't do insurance personally.
Oh, no. I don't ever get insurance for anything. Rental cars, warranties, nothing.
Yeah, no.
I'm not an insurance kind of person, but that's just me. Well, look, this is free money you get just for signing up. And then all you do is just pick things you like players. You go for it. You can put a little heart by them. That way, every time you see a line that has to do with Mike Evans, you'll see it. And by the way, NBA season just started. You like NBA? You can mix and match. You don't have to do just NFL, just Thursday night. Look at all the NBA picks. And in fact, there's a booster there with LeBron. The other day was LeBron 1 point. Okay. Today it's LeBron 12.5 rebounds and assists. That's almost a gimme for LeBron.
Yeah. And you get 25x, get boosted at 25x if it hits. So,
Look at all of those. There's so many more. I would look in the NBA. I did one. Well, I did a couple last night. Wemby killed me. I really thought he'd have a better debut. But anyways, look at all that. If you're in the NBA, you're going to love this. So you can mix and match. so many different players from every team, every game. And like I said, you can do one NBA, two NFL. You can do baseball for the World Series when that comes up, which is soon. So many options. Again, it's really that simple. Just click on that link that we put for you in the description. Just download the app, and then when you do promo code Endgame, just deposit however much you feel like. Again, if it's $10, that's all you need to start with. If that's what you want to do, fine. If you go up to $500, just remember every dollar you put in, you're getting $1 back from them. That's basically free money you get to play with. And then you get the free picks to the Josh Allen one tonight. So if you want to take advantage of the Allen 1 yard, you still got some time to do that. But there's just so many options. And that's why I can't go a day without doing some sort of pick 'em on something. Because even when the NFL, it's like a Monday or Tuesday and like, I'm not ready for next week yet mentally. And then like, oh, let's see. Here's the NBA. Here's the NBA lines.
So, yep, that's what I did yesterday. I did NBA as well. I'm gonna actually do this card. For people who come later in the stream, we're gonna show it again. So I can't put it through yet. But once I do, I'm gonna actually do this card tonight with that Josh Allen special. Where hey, hopefully turn $10 into $200. But then tomorrow, I'll do NBA again until Sunday comes. It's a ton of fun. And what's really good about it, because I have a buddy who was asking me about it today, and I was walking him through it. And he's like, oh, man, I can see how this could be really addicting. And it is. It's very addicting. But
it is.
It's very. But what's really nice about it, if you're not like trying to make a living doing this, which I assume most of us not trying to make a living off Underdog, you're just trying to have some fun and get some sweats in, you can find 5 lines you like. You only have to bet $5 and you have the potential to win $100. So it's not like, you go to Vegas to try to win $100 on a bet. You got to put like $100 down, or you got to put some serious, money down. You can like put little small bets and actually have like some juice, some skin in the game here, where it's actually like a sweat. Or you can put more. Like, I mean, I don't know where you're at financially. You can obviously put more. But the point is, like, you don't have to, like, you should be able to play Underdog, have fun, and, like, still have your rent money is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't have to choose, like, bet or dinner,
right,
gas money
right.
or NBA. No, you don't have to do that. And it's true. Look, I'm not a big roller. The max I usually do is like 20, but usually for me, it's like a 10, 5, 10, sometimes 20. And I'm just telling you, worked the other day. So I'm getting the hang of it. I won on baseball. I did 3 for the ALCS, won $50. Got to put 6 down or something, maybe 7. And then NBA, did an NBA one, got 100 out of that. I did an NFL one. I got greedy. I did 5 picks, got all 5, $300. I mean, I'm just telling you, it is doable. So that was some money. I put that in my pocket, play with the rest of the winnings, and there you go.
Yep.
That's how to do it.
That's how you do it.
But anyways, if you haven't tried it out, definitely a good time to try it out. All right, but we do want to make sure we get to your questions. Hopefully that helps, because I know some people were asking, kind of wanted that details. And I guess I should mention this too. Baseball, we got the baseball channel. Of course, it's kind of a dead period right now because fantasy baseball season is way over and next season is a long time from now. But I can walk you through how to do some underdog picks for the World Series or even the early drafts for next year, because it's never too soon to think about next year. All right, let's get to South Sea 77. Kincaid or wait on Hawkinson? Hawkinson questionable.
Yeah, I saw yesterday, did he return to practice today? I haven't seen an update. Let me check. I mean, if he's back at practice, I'm playing Hawkinson. I mean, he's been do we have any news on him? Well, I mean, I feel good about him. Like, I would hate to not play him and then he plays, because he's been good. And look, with Justin Jefferson out, he's been fantastic, of course. So I'm just going to wait on Hawkinson. I don't feel like it's a game he's going to miss. I'm not worried about him missing. I just think he has too much upside tonight. I'm going to wait on Hawkinson.
For what it's worth, let's see, beat writer for the Athletic, Vikings beat writer. Hawkinson didn't practice yesterday with a foot injury, was moving around well today, looked good.
Yeah, so he'll probably be fine. I'm waiting for Hawkinson.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Hawkinson anyways, because I don't feel a big Kincaid game. Like I said, this is a week. Add Kincaid, but don't start him unless you really have just nothing at tight end. Sir Boomer in early. If you have something droppable, he's saying Hawk can't play. You could always pick up Taysom Hill. That's true. That's what I would say too. You could always stream somebody else because not feeling a big Kincaid.
Yeah,
week.
and just don't want to put Hawkinson on the bench and have him go off for a huge game.
Mary Jo. T. Higgins over DJ Moore.
Okay. I'm starting to get a little nervous for T. Higgins now.
All right.
Well, because I saw something today where he said like he's not looking forward to playing through the rib pain, but it's just something he has to do. So it's like, oh, the rib's still not healed, maybe. T. I mean, it's a great spot for T. Higgins. It's a great spot for T. Higgins. It's a great spot for DJ Moore too, but he's still got Tyson Bagent. Ah, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that quote.
Well, I mean, can't say T. Higgins is without any risk.
Yeah, I might. Let's see. It doesn't say. I mean, I think, oh man, the thing is, I don't feel great. Like, I don't feel like a big DJ Moore game either. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna be a big DJ Moore week. I think DJ Moore will be fine. Like, if you want to play it safe, go with DJ Moore. I think he'll be fine. I don't think he'll kill you. I don't think he'll hurt you. But Higgins is the ceiling play, so yeah, that's my answer. If you want to play it safe, go DJ Moore. If you want to shoot for the upside, go Higgins.
I'm going to, unless I hear something that really concerns me before Sunday, I'm going to keep Higgins in there. I mean, feel like they need this game. And I think they're going to be fired up. I'm going to keep Higgins in there unless I'm really worried that he's going to be limited, like that. And then similar question, roll one for me, 420. Half PPR, do I flex Cook or Higgins?
James Cook?
Who, by the way, for what it's worth, now that I'm on Twitter again, if you believe reports, but apparently Buffalo is in serious discussions for Derrick Henry.
How do I know? Always. They were how many?
Always
they were gonna draft a running back. They were gonna draft a running back last year. Like, yeah, people just always like, for some reason people just think like the Bills are this like running back desperate, like team. And look, maybe they will trade for him, but I mean, yeah, of course, anytime there's a running back available, it's like Bills, right? Bills, gonna go to the Bills.
Yeah, and for a wide receiver, it's always the cheap.
By the Bills. They're gonna draft Bijan. It's half PPR. I kind of like James Cook. Vita Vea, very questionable. He's out right now, checking, warming up to see if he can play tonight. I think I might just go with James Cook and not risk it with Higgins in half PPR. I think it'll be a good James Cook game tonight.
That's a great point. That's huge because what makes that run defense good is Vita Vea mainly.
Yes.
So if he doesn't play, I would say, yeah, I'm going Cook. Get the floor there. Our first super chat is Ramu. Welcome back, as always.
What's up, Ramu?
Okay, got Jackson, Brees, Kareem, Rashawn, Spears, JJ Watt, Olave, Higgins, Downs. Offered Cup to give Jacobs because you're sick of him. Cousins, Dobbs.
So wait, you're getting Cup and you're giving Jacobs, Cousins, and Dobbs, and you're getting Cup.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes, I mean you don't need Cousins. You have Jackson, Dobbs, whatever. I would do this to get Cup.
Yeah, my only worry is now your running backs are going to be Brees, Kareem Hunt, Rashawn Johnson, Spears.
Yeah, but Spears is going to be the RB1 in Tennessee when Henry's dealt.
That's right. When Derrick Henry's on the Bills.
To the Bills.
Right. That's right. And you've already got Jefferson. I mean, you don't have him right now. You got him coming back. You got Waddle, Olave, Higgins. I mean, I still think you have to do it, though. I still think you have to do it. Like, what have you even been getting from Jacobs, to be honest?
Right.
So, yeah, you probably got to do this. I mean, it's basically Jacobs and Dobbs for Cup, right? Which is not enough for Cup. Not enough for Cup. So, take Cup. Take him.
Yeah, I think you can do this. You can take Cup. Right, Trone Force, RB in a flex, Hunt, Rice, Henderson, Spears, not yet, Sanders.
Well, flex is Rashee Rice, definitely. A running back, I think I'm going Darrell Henderson. Sanders, can't feel good about Sanders. Who knows what that split's going to be? Frank Reich talking about a committee, which we saw anyways. Kareem Hunt dealing with that thigh. And look, Seattle's a very good run defense. They're like a top 10 run defense this year. I mean, sure, Hunt could score, but so can Darrell Henderson. I'm going to go Darrell Henderson.
Yeah, I think I'll go Darrell Henderson too. Because the Cowboys better in terms of pass defense than run defense. I think Henderson still has plenty of opportunities. So take Rice at the flex and then take the practice squad guy at running back. That's Darrell Henderson. Kevin Trotter, James Cook, Mike Evans, and Godwin all going tonight. Need 2, and this is a PPR league. Just go with the 2 receivers.
Yeah, in PPR, I'm going with the 2 receivers.
Yeah, both of them could be perfectly good tonight. You prefer Evans, but I think there's room for both of them. Buffalo pass defense has not been as good. All right, let's go to Marcus, WJ. Full PPR, start 1 at flex. Pollard, Taylor, Swift. Well done. Thank you for putting him in that exact order.
Yes. Man.
He got it. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is only one.
Wow. How are you flexing one of these guys?
Flex. Isn't he the one who has no, it's not him. It's somebody else. It's like the 7 good running backs.
Yeah, but he must have 7 good running backs too if he's flexing one of these guys. Let's see. We got Eagles versus Commanders. Cowboys versus Rams. Colts versus, why can't I remember Colts? It's not a great matchup, but
Saints,
yeah. I guess I'm going Pollard. It's close between him and Swift. They both catch passes. I mean, JT's catching passes too, but I like the Cowboys this week. I like them being at home, coming out of the bye against the Rams. I think we see a way better Cowboys offense this week. I'm going to go Pollard, but it's very close between him and Swift for me. Very close.
Yeah, in this case, because I liked Taylor a lot last week. In this case, I'm probably not going Taylor. It's a tougher spot for him. I'm tempted to go Swift against Washington. Washington has just been okay. They're like in the middle in terms of run defense. I don't feel like it's a huge game for him. Just don't know. To me, it's a trust issue with Pollard, right? Are we there yet in terms of trusting him? I mean, because he really got by last week catching the ball, right? That's what he did. Still didn't look good running the ball, but I think he still gets more volume, I guess, than Swift.
Yeah, it's very close between them. I mean, look, if
close.
These guys are your flex,
all
does
three
it
of
matter?
These guys.
The rest of your team is so stacked. Does it even matter?
This is a good point. I'll go Pollard too. Go Pollard. And then we got Yuya Oda. Hello. All right. So standard league: Jalen Hurts, Brandon Ayuk, Garrett Wilson, Swift, Pollard, Kelsey, Cook, Aaron Jones, Nico, Kareem Hunt, and Jordan Addison. I'm not sure how many we need here, but I guess we'll kind of put together a roster.
Yeah. So I'll assume 2 wide receivers. Okay, let me go to running backs first. I'll assume 2 running backs, Swift and Pollard. Let's go to tight end, Travis Kelce. Let's go to QB, Jalen Hurts. All right, we're good so far. Wide receiver is where it gets tough for me. Because like Ayuk, Nico, very similar to me this week, very close. I'm not as high on Ayuk as I usually would be because of Sam Darnold. And like, are we just going to see Christian McCaffrey get 40 touches? I do like Garrett Wilson this week, but I still have trust issues. Addison, of course, in standard is great because he's scoring so many touchdowns. Yeah, wide receiver is where it gets so hard for me.
Well, if it helps, I mean, we only have 4 real options, so it's not too bad. Let's eliminate. I'm going to cross out Garrett Wilson just because I don't feel a big game against this Giants defense. They're not a scary team, but I'll say I would still rather have Ayuk with Darnold than Garrett Wilson with Zach Wilson, all things considered. So there's that. Addison is the one, it's like you kind of have to start him, but you really don't have to start him. And
right,
like Nico is in a good spot, of course, going against the Panthers. It's hard for me not to play Nico.
Yeah, Michael Ayuk, Nico. It's very close between all these guys for me. And then if there's a flex, I'm going to go James Cook. Although don't flex James Cook.
We're assuming there's a flex. If there is a flex, since it's standard, you probably should go with a running back.
But don't flex James Cook because he plays tonight. Put him in your RB2 slot and flex Pollard or Swift. So
there you go. All right. Good luck. And let me see another follow-up. Oh, that's it. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
And let's see, little bad boy 531. Let's see where the comment is. Must be farther down because I don't see it. So don't see it. All right. Well, if we see it, we'll put it up. If not, then I guess we won't. All right, Chris, all in. Full PPR, start 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. You got CMC, Derrick Henry. Those are pretty good. Ooh, we also got Kamara, Foreman, Jones, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Calvin Ridley, Tank Dell, Mike Pittman, and then Howler Prescott. We do have some tough decisions here. Let's go backwards. Which quarterback, Dak or Howell?
I'm going Dak. I like Dak this week. He's at home, coming out of the bye against the Rams. I mean, how you are hoping that they just get rolled by the Eagles and he has to throw it 50 times.
Yeah, basically.
What could happen is he gets sacked 50 times.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He's going to get sacked 50 times.
So I'm going Dak.
You got to go Dak.
Got to go Dak. We need 2 wide receivers. I'm going CeeDee and Nico. We need 2 running backs. CMC. I'm going to go Kamara over Henry this week. I'm going CMC and Kamara this week.
Spicy. Because worried about Henry with the rookie quarterback?
Well, that I don't. Who they play again? The Falcons. Falcons they're not terrible against the run. Kamara going against the Colts. They're like bottom 6 against the run, I think. Plus his pass catching, PPR. I think I got to give Kamara the edge over Henry right now.
Oops.
Oh, what happened? And then
finger slip. I was scrolling.
And then at the flex, ooh, do I flex Ridley over Henry in PPR?
Man, it's so hard for me to bench Derrick Henry ever, but I know I get the concern because there might just be zero offense with Levis at quarterback making his first start.
Or maybe Henry rips off some big runs or something.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about. But it is full PPR. Maybe you're just better off going Ridley.
Yeah, I really like Ridley's spot this week. The Steelers, they give up a lot to outside wide receivers. I mean, Henry's safer. you have a very strong team, right? I mean, CMC Kamara, CeeDee Lamb, Nico. Like, you have a very strong team. If you just want to like some floor in your flex, go with Henry. He's got decent upside too. It's not like he doesn't have any upside. But if you want the potential week winner, it's Ridley.
There you go. There you have it. Chris, all in. I did not mean to put this one up, but let's answer it. We don't want to tease anybody. So Nicholas Triana, would you trade Swift for Brees?
I still prefer Swift.
Yeah.
He's healthy. He's getting elite usage. He's behind the best offensive line in a great offense. I still prefer Swift.
He's on the better team. Got a much better offensive line. He catches more passes than Brees. That's the other thing. He's involved as a receiver, so he's going to have the higher floor. Nah, I'd rather have Swift too. We got Des Ev at the flex. We got Devontae Smith, Rashad White, Cortland Sutton, T. Higgins, Rashad Rice, or Pickens. Man, another one. We're only picking one of these. Oh, man. This is one where I might just say, okay, well, no to T. Higgins.
Yeah. I want to say Smith. I certainly think Smith could boom this week, but it could be another A.J. Brown huge game. I mean, it will be another A.J. Brown huge game. It's the Commanders. And there is always a risk that it's like just an A.J. Brown huge game. And I don't know how serious it is, but I did see something where Deontay Johnson may not have practiced today with a hamstring, which would really make me like Pickens a lot against the Jaguars. So I think right now I'm going Smith. But if Deontay Johnson is out this week, if he had a setback with that hamstring and he's out, or it looks like he's going to be limited, I might just go Pickens.
Yeah, for me, it's between the first and last choices. It's either Smith or Pickens. Smith, believe it or not, it looks like the riskier pick between these two because of the way he's performed lately. Pickens, I really like Pickens. You know, I picked him to boom. If y'all watch that video, you'll see. It's just so hard to bench Devontae Smith, especially against the Commanders, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
It's one of those two. It's one of those two for me. If it's my team, push come to shove, I just can't find myself benching Devontae Smith. I can't.
Yeah.
Even for George Pickens.
I know. And we did just get a report. Vita Vea is inactive tonight. So that's a big plus for James Cook tonight. Big plus.
That really is huge. I mean, I had to go back and look, but I remember he missed, right? Didn't he miss time last year? He missed a game or two. And there was just night and day. Like that run defense, I think I'll have to look into it and make sure I'm not exaggerating my memory. This happens, but I feel like there was a big difference when he was gone.
Oh, yeah. No, he's basically takes up the whole middle of the line. Like
he occupies three linemen.
Exactly.
All right, let's get Isaiah C. Rashad White tonight or Hollywood.
Not big on either of these guys. It is a revenge game for Hollywood. He may have Kyler back, who is completely off the injury report now. They still haven't said he's going to play, but they're not even listing him on the injury report, so maybe it'll be Kyler. I just don't feel a big game from Rashad White tonight. Like, I think Rashad White will be fine. He'll catch some passes. He'll get some yards. If you're lucky, he will somehow score a touchdown. But I think if it's me, I'm just going to go Hollywood because I'm not really feeling a big Rashad White game tonight.
Yeah. Like I feel he might get, at least higher than, 21 and a half receiving yards, but I don't feel like he's going to get like 100 total yards. No. So I'm not going to settle. Just go for Hollywood. He should at least get, a few catches. Jeff Scott got Cook, White, or Waddle.
I still got to go Waddle, assuming it's PPR. If it's non-PPR, I'll play James Cook tonight in what just became a better matchup. But if it's PPR, still got to go Waddle. Too much upside. I know he hasn't. I know you say what upside? He hasn't had any upside this year, but he's got it. It's there. It's gonna happen.
It's there, even with Tyreek Hill playing now. Apparently, I think Jalen Waddle is still due also for a big game. Just can't sit that kind of upside on your bench. Yeah, and then Pitts or Waller.
I think I got to go Pitts. It's not a great spot for Waller against the Jets. I'm gonna go Pitts.
Gonna go Pitts too. Definitely a better matchup for him. Going with the upside. And then Smokey DeBurr is in the house. All right, Smokey sitting at 4-3. Addison Downs, James Cook, Pierce, T-Law have a trade offer taking JJ and Sharps for Adams and Tajay. It's very interesting. And let's assume, for the sake of this trade right here, right now, let's assume Derrick Henry is still a Titan.
Yeah, I think you have to assume that. You can't just assume that, like, he's for sure getting traded. This is still the NFL. So, I mean, does that mean, so if you trade away Adams, your wide receiver 1 is Addison, your wide receiver 2 is Downs?
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't think you can do that because JJ out at least 2 more weeks, potentially 3 or 4 more weeks. If you lose those games, you could be sitting at 4-7 by the time you get JJ back. There's only 3 weeks left in the the regular season. Yeah, I don't think you can do that right now. If you were like 6-1, 5-2, something like that, maybe I'd consider it. But where you're at with your wide receivers, I don't think you can do this.
No, if Addison's your 2 and Downs is your 3 right now, no, you can't afford to do this. And right now, all things considered, still, even as a Titan with Henry there, I still prefer Tajay over Charbonnet for whatever that's worth. So no, I wouldn't take JJ. Schultz or Kincaid this week? I think it's got to be Schultz based on the matchup going against the Panthers.
Yeah, I like Schultz this week, definitely.
All right, Brandon Warren, thank you. We appreciate it very much. Which, by the way, guys, we're still getting to the super chats. We did a little walkthrough earlier on the Underdog thing. We'll mention it again at the end for those who maybe are still curious. You don't know exactly what it is. You heard about it. You don't know what it is. We'll do that later. But we're catching up just to the super chats. If you put a regular chat comment, we might answer it too, but we still got a ways to go. So just hang out with us here. Hey, gents, half PPR 12 team. Receivers are a lock with A.J. Brown and Waddle. Good. My 2 running backs and flex are shaky. Got Mostert, got Cook, DK, Rashad White, Christian Kirk, and Royce Freeman. So at the RB, is it the first 2?
Yeah, Mostert and Cook. Got to like Cook with Vita Vea out now. And I think at the flex, I mean, it's half PPR, but I'm not feeling a big Royce game. I'm not, especially in half PPR, I'm not feeling a big Rashad game. I'm going to go DK Metcalf and Christian Kirk for my flexes.
Yeah, I mean, you feel pretty solid with Christian Kirk as a flex. DK Metcalf, if he plays, yeah. I mean, maybe not in for a huge game, but you can always feel good about him. If DK Metcalf is out again with a hip, if it happens to bother him, which it doesn't sound like it, then I guess it has. Well, but no,
he can't. But
he can't put Rashad White. So
he practiced full yesterday, so he sounds good to go.
Sounds like he's good to go. You know what? Instead of rolling Rashad White, if DK Metcalf is like a late scratch, this is roll Jake Bobo.
There you go.
It's like not even kidding. All right, David Porter with Walker and Mostert banged up. Well, Mostert came back to practice too, didn't he?
Yeah, and I haven't heard. We heard anything about Kenneth Walker?
No, I haven't. They practice a little bit later because West Coast. So I haven't heard.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything since yesterday, but not too worried about it yet.
Yeah. I mean, make a contingency plan, but don't panic just yet. So anyways, if he has James Cook, Rashad White, and Brian Robinson on the bench, what do? Do you plug one in for Walker right now and then switch it out, or just keep it as is?
Keep it as is. And if for some reason one of them doesn't play, you can put Brian Robinson in.
Yeah, I think so. Because Brian Robinson, to me, just as fine as James Cook. I mean, maybe Cook's a little better, but Robinson was actually okay when they played the Eagles the last time. He caught a few passes and he scored a touchdown. So just keep Walker and Mostert in there. If Walker's a scratch, you're okay with Robinson. Arvin, Rice Downsdell. Who would you stash, flex, and trade? It's like a little game. Stash, flex, trade.
Stash all of them. Flex Rice, trade down, stash Dell.
Yeah, I think I'm flexing Rice for sure.
Although I do really like Tank Dell this week, but I think I still got to flex Rice over him. If I had to trade one, I'm trading Downs because I feel like he has a ton of hype right now, ton of value. And Dell is the guy I'm going to stash because he doesn't really have any value right now because he basically hasn't played in like 3 weeks, right? The last time we saw him, he got a concussion. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, agreed. Downs is the guy to trade because his value is now high, especially coming off that big game. Rice is the flex, and then you just stash Dell. All right, what about Thomas? Needs help. Kincaid or Ingram? Yeah, Ingram. Well, Jacksonville's going against.
Yeah, just give me Ingram. I don't
the
feel
Steelers.
Yeah, I think Kincaid will be okay tonight, but I don't feel like a big Kincaid game. Ingram's safe. Just give me Ingram this week. Just give me Ingram.
Ingram's been giving you a floor. It's pretty nice. Steelers are tough against the tight end. This is true, but so are the Bucks. In fact, the Bucks, I think, have not even given up a single touchdown to a tight end all year. So I'm going to go with Ingram. Better offense, higher floor, better quarterback. And then Mike, trade Kelsey for Adams and Goddard. That's intriguing.
I almost feel like you have to do this. I mean, of course, it doesn't feel good to trade away Kelsey, but Goddard's been great.
Right.
And you're getting a stud wide receiver like Adams. I think, yeah, if you're getting Adams and Goddard, I feel like you have to do it. I feel like you just do.
Yeah, it's tough to trade Kelsey away, but I agree. The way Goddard's been playing, you're still getting a solid high-end tight end and you're getting an elite receiver. I think you can do this. I mean, obviously, if you're entertaining this, you're looking for help at receiver. If this helps your team, you can do it. Bullman was up 3-4. It's 10-man half PPR league. Stroud, Madison, Mondre, Mike Evans, Pitt, Kittle, DK. I can see why you got the losing record. Those running backs aren't going to do it for you. So what can we do? Got Kyron and Achan on IR. That's why.
All right.
I mean, this week. Yeah.
I'm trying to debate if I'm going Darrell Henderson over Madison.
Yeah, that's exactly. I got it halfway out of my mouth, and I was like, "Am I like?" I think this week maybe Darrell Henderson. Yeah, because Madison doesn't have a ceiling really.
No, it's such a good matchup for him this week too. But also, why do you have Kyle Pitts, George Kittle, and Dalton Kincaid?
Is it? I wonder, is that supposed to be? Is that Pitts or is it Pittman? Maybe it's Pittman because he's right after Evans.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Man,
I think that's it. I'm not going to
start. Yeah, I might go Henderson over Madison.
Although, I mean, I don't love Palmer this week. Would you go Palmer? No, I wouldn't go Palmer over Pittman. I think I'd just keep it the way it is, except for the Henderson thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can swap Henderson for Madison, and then that's pretty much it. Josh Gillen wants to know, should you be concerned about Miles Sanders? Yes.
Yes. You definitely should be concerned about Miles Sanders. Look, he's back. He's healthy, apparently. We'll see. We'll see how the split works. But, yeah, you should be concerned about him. Definitely.
Yeah, not much you can do with him right now. I got no trade value.
Right.
All right. What about this? Let's help Henry out because this is a tonight decision. Henry Espinosa, Waller or Kincaid?
I think I'm still going Waller. I know it's the Jets. I know it's a terrible spot, but
more terrible for receivers than tight ends.
yeah, I'm going Waller. I'm going Waller still.
I actually think Waller might have a pretty good game. The Jets are almost a tight end funnel defense the way they perform. So I'm definitely going Waller here. Do we want another Waller question? Well, we got it.
All right.
Laporta or Waller?
Definitely Laporta.
Yeah.
Definitely Laporta. Like I'll start Waller if I have to, but I don't really want to start Waller.
Right. Benny Black, 2 quarterback, full PPR. Burrow, Howell. Those are your 2 quarterbacks. All right. Eckler, Walker, Higgins, London, Flex, Olave, James Cook, or Watson.
I'm going James Cook. Oh wait, Olave, James Cook, or Watson. I'm going Olave.
I was surprised. I was like, just lost. Yeah, I think it's either flex. At first, I thought he was saying he was flexing Olave, but then he's asking flex Olave, Cook, or Watson. Yeah, I think he's still. I don't love Olave this week, but I'm still a higher ceiling than Cook.
Yeah, definitely.
And then another league picked the top 3 here. Okay, we got Olave again, Devontae Smith, Higgins, Ridley, and Waddle.
I'm going Olave, Waddle, and Smith. Those are my 3. I do really like Ridley, but I also really like Smith. They're both seem risky right now. Smith maybe less risky than Ridley. I'm going Olave, Waddle, and Smith.
Yep, just finished saying I can't bring myself to bench Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle. In this case, I don't want to risk it with Higgins. Ridley might have a better game than Olave, or he might not. So I think I just take the floor with Olave. And yes, there is a floor with Olave, believe it or not, guys. Yeah. And then we got Bobby Brook from England. Welcome back, Bobby. 2 questions. We need 3 running backs this week. Bijan, Swift, White, and Aaron Jones. Who we're benching there?
I guess I'm benching White. Still pretty nervous about Aaron Jones, but he should be healthier. He does get the Vikings. So I think I'm benching White. So I'm going Bijan, Swift, and Aaron Jones. Myself.
And then, yeah, I'm going Aaron Jones over White. And then should I drop Logan Thomas or commit for McBride?
I mean, I think Logan Thomas is okay this week. I don't really want to start McBride this week. So, look, if nobody has picked up McBride by now, it's Thursday. Like waivers have run. People know that Ertz is out. Then he'll probably still be there for you next week. I don't expect McBride to do much this week. I'm gonna stick with Logan Thomas this week. Well, hold on. You said Logan Thomas or Komet? Yeah, you can drop Komet for McBride. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Drop Komet for McBride. Play Logan Thomas this week.
Yeah, if you're asking for this week, no, I don't like McBride. But rest of the season, I mean, we know that Ertz is on IR. Kyler's coming back. McBride is very interesting, which is why I talked about him, was it 2 weeks ago? Before everyone started talking about this week. And then Komet, I mean, you could be playing with Bajan. How many catches did he get last week? Oh, wait, 0. Komet's definitely droppable. And even when Fields comes back, I mean, was Komet ripping it up the first few weeks?
No.
Kittle without Purdy or Kincaid?
Kittle. I don't care. Like, yeah. Give me, I'm not benching Kittle. I'm playing Kittle.
It's Kittle. It's definitely Kittle. Like, I don't really like Kincaid much tonight. And Kittle, even if it was, Trey Lance, or if it was like, I don't know, somebody like Tyson Bagent or Davis Mills, maybe Tom Savage comes out off the waiver wire. No. Okay. I'm going Kittle.
Yeah.
Cali Loco, Buffalo or Minnesota? And then I guess another defense question. Saints or Vikings?
I think you got to go Buffalo still. I know they haven't been great. I know they're decimated by injury. I mean, but how good can we feel about the Minnesota defense? I know it's Jordan Love, but they're on the road in Green Bay. I think I'm still going Buffalo. And then I'm going Saints over Vikings. I guess I'm just very low on the Vikings defense.
And for good reason. You should be low on the Vikings defense. Vikings, I know they just don't get a lot of turnovers. Yeah, I just don't think there's enough there. Even with matchup, I know Jordan Love has been bad, but it's not like he's throwing like 2-3 interceptions per game. He's just not completing passes to his own team on a high enough rate. So lean Buffalo and Saints. Definitely the Saints for the second one. All right, C-Crip. Ridley, Stevenson, Myers, Mike Evans needs just one.
I'm going Evans. Going Evans tonight. He's been too good. He's been too good with Baker. Defense doesn't scare me. The secondary doesn't scare me. I think he can have a nice game. I'm going Evans.
Yep. Going Evans too. Good matchup for him, actually. Buffalo defense is not dominant anymore. Optimum Gaming, Week 10 quarterback. We're looking ahead. Lawrence, Gino, Love, or Howell?
I mean, without knowing who these guys are playing in Week 10, I'm going to say Lawrence.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go Howell if I can't. Somebody had already asked a Week 10 question the other day, I think. Let's see, real quick. Jordan Love gets the Steelers on the road. No, thank you. Geno Smith is going to get somebody. He gets Washington and it's at home, so that's not bad.
That's not bad.
Trevor Lawrence gets the 49ers. Would you go Geno over Lawrence in that case?
Yeah, I mean, I'll assume that the 49ers defense is playing better by then. Yeah, I might go Geno over T-Law that week then.
Yeah, if it's just for that week, I guess Geno. All right, Jerry Parado, start Gabe.
Not if you don't have to. I'm not. Of course, tonight when I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling a big game night, he'll probably have a big night because that's just what he does. But nothing about this matchup screams big Gabe Davis night to me. So yeah, not starting him tonight if I can help it.
No. Sometimes you feel like, hey, this could be a Gabe week. Not
Yes.
feeling that this week.
No.
But of course, you never know with him. All right, Trigger Trey is back. What's up? Can I trust Ayuk as my number 2 with Darnold, or would you go Addison? Or push Addison to the flex and bench Kenneth Walker? No, don't do that.
I'm not benching Kenneth Walker. I think I'm still going Ayuk over Addison, but it's certainly close with Darnold. My worry isn't so much Darnold. Like, Darnold's serviceable. My worry more is that it's just all CMC, right? It's just a huge, like a 30 CMC, 30 plus touches. So, but I still think I'll give Ayuk the slight edge over Addison.
Yeah, Darnold should be fine, right? Everything will be just fine.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to go. Yeah, like, I don't expect a big Ayuk game, but I also don't expect a big Addison game this week on the road against the Packers. So
I will say if Jair Alexander, who's been kind of banged up all season, if he doesn't play at all, okay, I might just go Addison. But otherwise, I'm okay keeping Ayuk in there.
My worry with Addison is not so much Jair Alexander; it's more road. Kirk Cousins on the road.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins letdown game after last week.
Yeah,
this is a good point. What about Jerry with another one? Higgins, Flowers, and Palmer this week, or Gabe Davis, Flowers, and Downs or Rice. Okay, we're gonna say no to Gabe again.
Yeah, but if this is an or question, why can't you go Higgins, Flowers, Rice?
Yeah, that's what
I would probably do.
I mean, I'll say this: out of all these receivers, I like Flowers the best. Probably then Higgins and then Rice. Gonna put Gabe. I think I'm putting Gabe either last or maybe ahead of Palmer. Those two guys are the last ones. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out this. This is or these different leagues are the same league. I don't know.
Yeah, but
hopefully that helps.
Go Higgins, Flowers. But I mean, it's not like a choice. It's like he says Higgins, Flowers, and Palmer this week with a question mark. So it's not like pick 2 of those guys. Then he says,
Right.
or Gabe Davis, Flowers, and Downs or Rice. I'm just going to go Higgins, Flowers, and Rice. I'm assuming these are all the choices. I'm going Higgins, Flowers, and Rice.
There you go. Omari, Valere, 12-man, half PPR. We need 2. Bijan, Puka, CeeDee Lamb, or Chris Olave. And this is a 12-man league. You got to pick only 2. You got a good team.
Well, I think it's got to be Bijan and CeeDee Lamb for me. I mean, as hard as it is to bench Chris Olave, as hard as it is to bench Puka, it's not as good of a matchup for Puka this week. I really like CeeDee Lamb. I still believe in Bijan. I feel like we might see Bijan get the most usage he's got all year after last week.
I mean, other than the one blow-up game he had against Washington, didn't Drake London have one of his highest target games the game after he got 0 targets? Right? I think he was like a big kind of bounce back thing.
Yeah, he had 6 for 67 a touchdown that week, or something like that. But yeah, I'm going Bijan and Lamb, especially in half PPR.
I mean, not trying to predict what Arthur Smith's going to do or anything and give him more airtime, but you got to start Bijan. We're still starting Bijan. So to me, the only question is Puka or CeeDee. I'm going CeeDee because Puka gets to play the Cowboys defense, which is obviously tougher. So yeah, I'm going CeeDee and Bijan. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
So we agree. Jay Swole, what's up? Pittman, London, or White?
I'm going London. Again, not feeling a big White game, not really feeling a big Pittman game. London going against the Titans. I'm gonna go with that matchup. I'm gonna take London.
Yeah, this one's easily London for me. It's great matchup against the Titans. And then C Crip, another need help with my whole lineup. McLaurin, Devontae Smith, Walker, Flowers, Henry, Hunt, London, Foreman, Mixon, or Deontay. Okay, so you're starting Walker and Henry. You got McLaurin, Smith, Flowers. Don't want to fit London in there.
I might go.
And Flowers.
I think I'm going with Smith and Flowers, Walker and Henry, and then if there's a flex, I'm probably going London over Terry.
Yep.
And then I mean, even if Purdy wasn't concussed, it's Burrow over Purdy.
Yeah, I was going to say, Purdy's not playing, right? So definitely wouldn't be Purdy anyways. Just drop Purdy. You can drop Purdy. Regardless of the injury. Yeah, I like Deontay, but now he's got a hamstring thing, but you got enough good receivers. You don't need to risk it. So definitely put Flowers and Smith in there. London also. Put those as your 3. If you need another one, like right now, it should be Terry. And then you're running back. You're set with those 2. All right, and then Relax World. Sounds good. Laporta or Kincaid?
Laporta. If I got Laporta, he just like if I have Sam Laporta, I'm not even thinking about tight end. I'm not putting waiver claims for tight ends. I'm not debating. It's just one less thing I have to worry about in my life.
There you go. And definitely not Kincaid over London at the flex. Definitely not.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
This is what's tough. It's, all this talk, Kincaid is his best game. He's a strong pickup. All of this is true. But you don't have to start him this week because it's just not a good spot. Maybe he does get 8 catches again. I'm not saying it won't happen. But on paper, it's just not lining up to be a high usage, high target game for him. So I'm going Laporta still too. Definitely London. Let's do a couple of these. This was interesting. KR. It's not a super chat, but I think it's a good question. Lamb Gibbs for Chase. Is that nuts?
I don't think it's nuts. I think it's pretty fair, honestly. I mean, look, I prefer Chase, but Lamb isn't a huge drop off from Chase. And if Gibbs, if he impresses again this week, maybe Dan Campbell gets some trust in him. Maybe after the bye, he has a decent sized role. Yeah, I don't think it's nuts.
I would prefer the Chase side. So if you're asking if that's too much to give up to get Chase, I don't think so. Not at all. And then Nolf. Half PPR, Henderson or Cook?
Yeah, give me Cook tonight without Vita Vea.
There you go. Push this over the edge. Jeff, would you trade Spears for Christian Watson?
Wow, somebody really believes Derrick Henry is for sure getting traded, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah, I think I would. I mean, you're just hope like whoever takes Spears is just like praying that Derrick Henry gets traded. And if he doesn't, then what are they left with? So
Right.
give me Watson. Give me Watson.
Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm taking Watson. All right, DC Hogs. 12-man PPR. Dell, Spears, Rogo. Who's Rogo?
I don't know.
Gabe, Flex One.
Well, I don't know who Rogo is, but I'm going Dell. I actually like Dell this week. I saw a stat. I talk about this on Saturday's video, sneaky starts, because I have Dell as a sneaky start. He has the 7th highest yards per route run when CJ Stroud isn't pressured. And the Panthers are bottom 10 in pressure rate this year. So I actually think this is a pretty good spot for Dell. So
Yeah.
I'm going Dell.
Should be back. Remember, he was out because of concussion. He's fine physically. They had a week off. And I actually saw Robert Woods is not practicing. He maybe is a no-go this week. So that just helps his cause too. So I'm going Dell. But now I'm going to be wondering who Rogo is. I know you're not trying to say Rojo because he's not in the league still.
Yeah.
S. Singh, Gabe Davis, or Darrell Henderson.
Give me Darrell Henderson.
Yep. Just not feeling. I think Henderson's going to get more touches probably. Can't say the majority. We really don't know. But got more touches last week than Royce Freeman. Should get most touches this week. Should be fine. Touchdown upside, catch a couple of passes. So, yeah, I'm going Darrell Henderson, taking the points, not risking the 0. Charles Sino. Got James Cook in tonight. Do I stay with Foreman or Henderson on Sunday? Or would you just bench Cook? So which two do you like out of those 3?
No, start James Cook tonight. And then it's close for me between these guys. I might still go Foreman, though. So James Cook or Foreman.
I'm going Foreman. I mean, of course, not expecting a 3-touchdown game, but I still think he's the lead back. He's got a great matchup on paper. I keep saying that because you never know how the game's going to go, but I think he could still have some success. He's probably not going to split time as much as Henderson is. So I go Cook and Foreman also. All right, and then the next one, let's see. Do a couple more of these non-super chats because you guys are here. J-Man, Rashad White, or Gus Edwards?
I'm going to go Gus. It's a pretty good matchup for him. He's getting the work. Has touchdown upside. Give me Gus.
Yep, definitely going Gus. I know we already had something like this. Tony Rush, Kittle, or Kincaid.
Kittle. Definitely Kittle.
Yeah, you can keep Kittle in there. Here's a James Cook question. Would you go James Cook over Josh Jacobs? Jonathan Barrera wants to know.
Oh, man. It's not a great spot for Jacobs. I might just go James Cook, honestly. I might feel better about James Cook, to be honest.
Yeah. I think you're okay doing this. I know. I mean, Jacobs, let's not lose complete hope in him, but he's been rough, and it's not a good spot for him this week. So I think you can go Cook. Boomer wants to know, should you drop Michael Wilson for Pierre Strong?
No, I think I hold Wilson. Yeah, hold Wilson. Kyler should be coming back soon. I do kind of like Pierre Strong, but I mean, like if Jerome Ford's back in 2 or 3 weeks, what is he really worth? Hold Wilson.
Yeah, I like Wilson. He'll have down games, up games. That's to be expected. You got all these running backs from, Yeah, not too great offenses here. So if you want to drop one of them, I don't think you need both or either Houston running back. You can probably drop maybe Singletary or yeah, probably. But I think you're fine holding. Ace Flame needs a flex. Would you go DK, Cooper, or Rice?
I don't think I can bench DK. I don't love him this week. I don't love Cooper with PJ Walker. Rice, sure, but he's risky. I think I'm just going to go DK here. Just going to go DK.
If he's a full go, and we're hearing, Lockett has also been banged up this week, I think I'm still going DK. Cannot like Cooper at all this week. Still think DK has a higher ceiling than Rice. So Benny Black has another full PPR RB2. Henderson, Sanders, or Rashawn?
Henderson. I'm going Henderson.
Yeah, I can't trust Miles Sanders. And then pick two receivers in a flex between DJ Moore, London, Addison, Garrett Wilson, or Rice. Two receivers and the flex between those guys.
I'm going London, Addison. And then it gets very close. I might have to go DJ Moore. It's such a good matchup. He got the targets. Bayesian wasn't horrible. I think I'm going London, Addison, and Moore. Personally.
I definitely want London in there. With this group, I think I'll still put Addison in there. I'm probably going Rice again. DJ Moore, just don't feel like there's enough of a ceiling. So I'll go London, Addison, and Rice if it's me. Trippy wants to know, would you start James Cook over Aaron Jones?
I might just go James Cook. I mean, we don't know how healthy Aaron Jones is. We don't know how many snaps he's going to play, how many touches he's going to get. Just go with James Cook. Don't risk it.
Yep, Cook should be fine. Look, we actually saw him score a touchdown the other day and catch some passes. Imagine that. So I like Cook. Definitely going Cook here. And then Kazan Pack, Gabe or Ridley?
Ridley. Definitely Ridley.
Definitely.
I mean, both boom bust guys, but I like Ridley's matchup way more. Give me Ridley.
Definitely. Reese Todd, in Dynasty, should I trade Kamara and Moore for Chase?
Yes. Oh my gosh. In Dynasty, I mean, Alvin Kamara's like 29 years old or 28 years old or whatever he is. And I mean, yes, definitely.
Definitely do this. This is good. And not like you're, fleecing him or anything like that, but I mean, an aging running back, you getting a stud, maybe the number one dynasty receiver, possibly. Yeah, definitely get Chase. Tony Thomas, 12 teams, flex, Palmer, Downs, or Javante?
I think I'm going Downs. It's close between him and Palmer. I actually do kind of like Javante this week too, but it's PPR. Downs, Palmer, Downs. I don't know. Actually, if it's my team, I might go Palmer. I mean, Downs is interesting out of the slot there. The Saints do give up a lot of targets to the slot receivers. Yeah, this is one I would be going back and forth on all week, probably, between Downs and Palmer. Very, very, very close between those two.
I'm going to go Downs. I mean, I'm usually higher on Palmer than most, but I just don't think it's a good game for him this week. Downs, don't expect a big game, but I feel like he's got a decent enough floor, like you said, occupying the slot. So I'd just go Downs and take the few points he gives me. It's full PPR. I can't go Javante. He just doesn't catch passes. Benny Black with some more. Full PPR, Watson or Amari? That's tough.
I'm just going to go Amari. He's healthy. He's been okay with PJ Walker. It's the Seahawks. They're giving up a lot of points to wide receivers. I'm just going to go Amari.
It's too risky with Watson.
Yeah.
Right, too risky. Just take whatever Amari gives you. And then in a different league, see how down we are on Watson or Downs.
Man, am I this low on Watson? I think it depends. If he's off the injury report and he's healthy, I think I still got to go Watson. It's the Vikings. But if he's on the injury report and he's limited in practice all week, I'll just go Downs.
There you go. You got to know he's definitely a full participant, and then just take a shot on Watson. Michael Cazares, White or Foreman?
Yeah. Maybe Foreman, I guess.
Yeah,
It's not feeling a big White game. Give me Foreman.
Going Foreman to DJ Moore, Christian Watson, or Jacoby Myers.
Well, here I'll go Jacoby Myers. It sounds like Jimmy G is going to be back. He's going to play. Myers has been really good. I'll go Myers.
Yeah, it's not feeling the ceiling for Moore. Watson is risky. Just go Myers. Jimmy G's back. Jason Vale, full PPR, Downs or Palmer? Pretty much already answered this.
Yeah,
Sorta.
I guess go Downs. It's very close. You ask me tomorrow, I might say Downs. You ask me on Saturday, I might say Palmer. You ask me on Sunday, I might say Downs again. It's very close. Just go Downs, I guess. Let's go Downs.
Yeah, if it's me, I'm going Downs. And I have Palmer actually in a few leagues. Did scoop up Downs in one place. And I'm not I like Josh Downs preseason, but I'm just not as pumped about him as a lot of people. But I'm going Downs this week. Boomer's asking about James Conner. Any word? I haven't heard anything either. I mean, I don't know.
I think he's still on IR for 2 more weeks, right? At least. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think they're worried about him not coming back or anything, but haven't heard. What's up, Anthony? All right, so 12 team. 3 receivers in the flex between Amon-Ra, Devontae Smith, London, Nico, Rashee Rice, and then do we trust Deontay Foreman as a flex? I mean, not
when you have these options, I don't. I'm going Amon-Ra, Smith, Nico, and I'm flexing London. That's what I'm doing. I do like Rashee Rice, but I don't think I can start him over these guys.
Yeah, you got to go with the first 4. All of them should be in line for a good game. So then we got Luis Valdivia, Evans over JT.
It's PPR. I think I do this week. It's not like a fantastic spot for JT. I still think he'll be good, but Evans has been so good. Buffalo secondary, missing Tre'Davious White. I go Evans.
Believe it or not, I'm going Evans too. I mean, you got to trust in what he's been doing. It is a pretty good spot for him against Buffalo this week. So I'm going to go Evans. Yeah. And then Jose Cortez, CD, Ayuk, Thielen. Who do you switch for Evans? So you're putting Evans in to sit one?
Yeah, I'll sit Ayuk and play Evans. Don't risk it with Sam Darnold. Just play Evans.
Only because of the injury thing. And then, not completely out on Ayuk this week, but yeah, I want to get Evans in there. So I guess this week you're benching Ayuk. All right, we got one from Jalen Jones. Thank you, Jalen. Let's see. Question is probably not too far after that. Oh, here we go. Did it again. I'm assuming that's Godwin and not Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah.
So Godwin or Downs?
I'm going Godwin. I'm not terrified of the matchup or anything. I don't expect a down smash week. Is he going to have a 60-yard touchdown again? I mean, now that I said that, he probably will. But I'm going Godwin.
Yeah, Downs is a decent floor play this week. I don't expect a 59-yard touchdown on a free play. So I think Godwin is fine this week. Totally fine. I would just go Godwin. Little the bad boy. This is from earlier. I think we finally got this comment here. The super chat. Full PPR 10 team. Kirk or Olave?
This is close. I mean, Kirk has been so good. I think you just got to roll with Kirk. I do have some worries that it is a Ridley week and we don't see a big Kirk game, but I think he'll still be good. It's just would be so hard for me to bench Christian Kirk right now. He's been so good. I think you got to go Kirk.
I think you got to go Kirk. Not just he's been consistent, but Olave has been fine. He's been fine, but this matchup this week isn't ideal. I don't think they're necessarily going to take as many deep shots. I think I'm still going Kirk here, and you should be happy with that. Remember Smokey DeBurr? We were talking about that one. He said that he would be trading away JJ to get Devontae Evans.
Oh, then yeah, do that, right?
In that case, you definitely should do it.
Yeah, do that.
All right. Then we got Bobby Brook again. 14 teamer, needs 2-2-1 and a flex. Got Bijan, Swift, White, Jones, Dillon. Of course, got your Packers squad there. Allen, London, Pickens, Watson, Hollywood, Komet, Thomas, and McBride. I think we told you this before, Bob. You don't need all those tight ends. Like, I know there's not one you like really love, but you can't love having all three.
No, you can drop Komet. If you want to play Thomas this week, I'm okay with that. You want to hold McBride, I'm okay with that. But yeah, drop Komet. But as far as your lineup goes, Bijan and Swift are my running backs. Keenan and Pickens are my wide receivers. And then I'm flexing London. That's what I'm doing. Flex in London. And then I'm playing Logan Thomas this week at tight end. It's not a terrible matchup for him. He gets involved. Can't play McBride against the Ravens. Can't play Komet with Bayesian. So I'm going Logan Thomas at tight end.
Yeah. I think you got them pretty much in order here. Your running backs and then the receivers, the guys you want to start, but you don't need it. Yeah. Just drop Komet. And then we got that's the one we already did. All right, Sabesan, as always, put in the super chat. And then let's see. White or Pickens?
Pickens. Definitely Pickens.
Definitely. Stafford or Murray? I don't think. Are you expecting Murray to play?
Well, I don't know. It's weird. Like, he's not on the injury report, but they haven't announced him as a starter or anything. So I certainly think it's potential, but I'm still not starting him if I don't have to. I'm going Stafford.
Yeah, I'm going Stafford. Too much risk even if he does play. Nah, go with Stafford. You'll be fine. And then Justin Triling, 12-team non-PPR. Which two receivers? Ayuk, Collins, DJ Moore, Olave, Kirk, and Rice in a non-PPR league.
Well, I'm going to say it again. I think you got to go Kirk. He's scoring touchdowns. He's been so good. It's not like he's just good in PPR. And I might go Nico over Olave this week. I like Nico's matchup too. It's a great matchup for him. I think I'm going in standard scoring. So I'm going to go Kirk and Nico.
I like Nico for sure in standard. Can't like Moore's chances for a touchdown too much. I'm almost considering Rice because I like his touchdown upside. I don't know. I don't think I can put him over Kirk or Olave. And Kirk's been scoring too, hasn't he? So
yes.
Yeah, I'll go Kirk. So Collins and Kirk, yeah. All right, let's see here. Kevin Tice. Would you drop Chark or Reynolds to stash Mims? Sure.
Yeah, either one. Either one, honestly. Maybe Reynolds, because there is a chance that coming out of the bye with the OC now calling plays, maybe they take more down the field shots to Chark. Reynolds' role is his role. It's never going to change. So I'd probably drop Reynolds.
Yeah, right now Reynolds is fine to drop. I mean, either one is fine to drop, but like you said, let's see what Chark does, right? Let's see. Maybe there's a chance they
maybe
actually
not.
throw to somebody besides Thielen.
Maybe not, but you never know.
All right, Zach Ames, Rice, Foreman, or London at the flex.
I'm going London. Going London. I like London a lot this week. It's the Titans.
Yeah, this one's easily London for me. It's such a good matchup. So go London for sure. Let's see. What about Boomer's asking about Miles Sanders? The Panthers should trade Miles Sanders to the Falcons. That would be amazing.
Oh man.
Just amazing. All right, let's go to the next super chat. Sorry, guys, we're catching up here. We want to make sure we get to all of them, especially before the game starts. Gnarly Trev needs a flex. Got Olave, Puka, and JT.
Only one of these guys? Well, I think for me, it's got to be Puka. I just have a hard time benching Puka. It's not as good of a matchup, but I mean, he's been good most weeks. I'm going Puka.
Yeah, like I keep saying, Olave is fine, but don't feel like it's a smash spot for him. So yeah, just got to go Puka too. What about Jeff? Full PPR, would you trade Spears for Watson? I feel like we already did this earlier.
Yeah, we did. Take it. Take Watson. Take Watson and pray.
Yeah.
Henry doesn't get traded.
Yeah, that would be the only way you might regret it. But
exactly.
I don't know. Don't buy into the social media hype just yet. Mr. 808 Kayana. Thank you. 12 team, half PPR starters. Got Goff, Diggs, London, Pollard, Etienne, Taysom Hill, Kamara, a kicker, and a defense. Cortland Sutton is on the bench. Addison's on the bench. K9 is on the bench. Ritter. This is a 12-team league, too. Ritter inexplicably on the bench. McBride and DJ Moore.
All right, first question, or first thing, drop Ritter. Drop Ertz. I mean, I know he's on your IR, but yeah, you can drop Ertz. He doesn't need to be taking up the IR spot. Wow, you got Pollard, Etienne, Kamara, and Kenneth Walker. So you have to bench one of these guys. All right, I guess you got to bench them. Yeah, I'm probably playing Diggs in London. I mean, this is a really good lineup, no doubt about it.
Man, I don't know how you keep K9 on the bench.
Are you starting him over Kamara?
I might. Well, I picked Kamara. Boom. I thought this is a good Kamara week. Am I playing him over Pollard? Ooh, maybe. I might. I think I have to keep Walker in there. It's half PPR. I think I'm putting K9 in over Kamara. Yeah. Because I still want to keep Etienne for sure. And yeah, I'll keep Pollard in there. So I'm gonna definitely put him right wide receiver. I think you're fine.
Yeah, wide receiver, you're fine.
You can drop Ritter.
Yeah, you can drop Ertz, even though I know you can't pick anybody up who's in your IR. But I mean, what are you waiting for Ertz to come back? Like,
yeah, no need. NBA gameplay 2K23. All right. If Purdy doesn't play, would you start Minshew?
I mean, he's not the worst option, but he's not my favorite option.
I mean, better than Sam Darnold?
Yes. Probably, yeah.
And somebody had mentioned on there saying that Purdy is like back at practice and like he's fine. Did you see that?
He was limited today, but he's still in the concussion protocol. And now I did just see that Kenneth Walker and Tyler Lockett still did not practice today.
Okay. Well, if Walker doesn't play and he's like Friday and he's still limited, then yeah, then you just switch that out. So it definitely depends on the injury report as always. But yeah, Purdy returned to practice, but it was limited. There's still questions. He's in the protocol. So can't just assume that he's playing. Some people are just, oh, he's at practice, he's playing. It's not always applicable. I mean, look, I don't want to start Minshew, right? But
No.
who else do you got? That's the question. Who are your other options? I mean, it's possible CJ Stroud is out there on waivers because he was off a bye. He would be a great start, but I know that's not necessarily the case in your league. It's really not. Sam Howell, I would think I would prefer him over Minshew.
Yes.
That might be it, I guess. There's not too many. All right, let's get to Ayush. What's up? We got White, Foreman, Sanders. DeMarcado is still a thing.
I'm going Foreman. Give me Foreman. I still think he'll be fine, even with Rashawn there. Give me Foreman.
Yep. Give me Foreman too. We want to avoid that Panthers backfield. I definitely want to avoid the Cardinals backfield. Just don't feel a big ceiling for White. And then Gnarly Trev again, Etienne, Mostert, Taylor for RB, Jacoby, Addison, Olave, Nakua, Rice, Flowers for wide receiver. So these are this is who you got. Let's go back to your other one. Let's see if we can, because I guess he's all right. All right, he said he needs a flex. This was the Olave, Puka, JT question, and this is why they're his flex. I mean,
yeah, I'm still going
Mostert over JT still.
Ooh,
might go JT over Mostert.
Yeah, I might go JT over Mostert too. But I'm still flexing Puka.
And look at these wide receivers. I want to play Flowers. I want to play Puka. I don't know if he has them in order, like where he's starting them. I don't know who he had starting, but I mean, you got to pick like 3 of those receivers.
Yeah, I would go Puka, Flowers, and Olave would be my 3.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this order is how you had them, Trev, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right. And then we got Santana. RB2, full PPR, Cook or Pierce?
Give me Cook. I put Pierce on the sneaky starts because it's such a good matchup, but there's a lot of risk with Pierce. Give me Cook. Give me James Cook.
Going Cook. Pierce might be losing touches to Singletary. We'll see if that happens. And then at the flex, Wilson or Higgins?
I think right now I got to go Higgins, but if we are hearing that he's still limited, still dealing with that rib injury, I might just go Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I'm keeping Higgins in there for now. And if I start to get really nervous, I can always flip him out for Wilson. But gonna hope that Higgins plays, especially since I just traded for him from you. Terminator is back, so let's get to this. Taysom Hill or Kincaid? You just go with Taysom Hill?
No, I'm going with Kincaid. I don't know. Maybe I'm just never going to buy into Taysom Hill, but I think Kincaid can at least get you some catches and some yards tonight. Like Taysom Hill could do nothing. Juwan Johnson back. Like I'm not saying like Juwan Johnson is going to, but maybe they don't use Hill as much now. I'm just going Kincaid tonight.
What is the rule of Taysom?
Well, but we said that last week, and then he went off again.
Yeah. But anybody out there individually who did start him, probably, few and far between. I know a lot of people didn't. I don't know. I guess just go Kincaid. At least you get something. Carl Williams, grab Jaden Reed. I like that. Start him over Judy. I would. Yeah. Honestly, I would.
Yeah.
Like, why Judy? I don't know. 2 boys and their scary pops. That's right. 7-0, humble brag. But offered Higgins and Komet. I didn't know he had trade value for Waller and Lockett.
So this is basically Higgins for Waller and Lockett.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I get that you want to upgrade at tight end. Like, that's understandable. But I'm kind of downgrading a receiver.
Yeah, just give me the Higgins side.
I'd rather just stream at tight end. Yeah. Just not feeling it for Lockett. That's the issue. Carlos D 369, Addison, Pickens, Cooper, and Dobbs pick 2.
Addison, Pickens, Cooper. Give me Addison and Pickens. I don't hate
And
Dobbs this week. I mean, I don't hate Cooper either this week, but I just feel like Addison and Pickens have more upside. Give me Addison and Pickens.
yeah, I'm loving Pickens this week. Not loving Cooper this week. I might entertain Dobbs over Addison if Watson is out. I don't mind Dobbs at all this week, but right now I still have to give the edge to Addison. Here's a quickie. Andre Lachlan, Pitts or Ferg?
Ferguson is interesting this week. It's a great matchup for him, but I'm still going Pitts.
Yeah, I still think you have to go Pitts. Lamb got more involved when last we saw the Cowboys. I don't think that's going to change. I really don't think that Dak and this team wants to throw it to a tight end 10 times a game. Ferguson just kind of like a base, barely a floor play. All right, so two boys with another one. Foreman, Hubbard, or Kincaid, or Lockett for flex.
Lockett. I'm flexing Lockett. If he plays, he hasn't practiced yet. Now, I will say if Lockett is out, then I'll go Foreman. But right now, I'm going Lockett.
Yeah, not Kincaid here. Lockett should be the play, but again, you're going to have to watch very closely. If he doesn't play, then it's Foreman or Hubbard. I'm going Foreman. If Miles Sanders plays, which it looks like he is. So
yeah, it looks like I think he's been full this week. So yeah.
And then Dakota Burks, Hall and Thielen for Eckler and Pickens in PPR.
Yeah, give me Eckler and Pickens. Yeah, I still believe in Eckler. I don't even know if I believe that Thielen will be better than Pickens rest of the season. Give me Eckler and Pickens.
Pickens is coming on. Thielen, who knows? Yeah, Eckler, Pickens side for sure for me. Paul Garza, Rashad White, Darrell Henderson, or Madison?
I might just go Henderson. I mean, like, it's really close between him and Madison. It should be Madison. He's got such a great matchup this week, but man, you never know what he's going to do, how much usage he's going to get. Is he going to drop passes? Is he going to fumble? I might just go Henderson.
I agree. Not feeling a guy. You just can't, turn around and put him in your lineup. Not feeling Rashad White this week. I'm going Darrell Henderson. Do a couple of quickies. These have players from tonight. OG Sumo Vibe, Evans or Higgins?
Just go Evans. Just go Evans.
Yep. Keep Evans in there. Don't risk it with T because you got a good option. Bryce the Kid, Aaron Jones, or Godwin?
Godwin. Don't need to risk it with Aaron Jones this week.
Yep. Back to Super Chats. Mark Mallory. Half PPR, Jacoby or Evans?
Evans. I'm having a hard time benching Evans. He's been really good this year. Baker's looking at him all the time. I'm going Evans, even though I do like Jacoby too.
Yeah, Jacoby definitely a solid start, but going Evans more upside, and then Laporta, definitely Laporta over Kincaid.
Yeah, Laporta is in my lineup.
Jack's World. Start sit here. We need 2-2-1, and then running back receiver flex got Etienne, Mostert, Monty, Moss, Foreman, Jacoby, Thielen, DJ Moore, Kirk, and Gabe. Jefferson is on the IR. So two running backs are
Etienne and Etienne and Mostert.
Yep, and then the two
wide
receivers.
Wide receivers are Thielen and Kirk, and then I'm going to flex Jacoby.
I'm doing the exact same thing. Yep, there you go. Easy. Yeah. Is Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker worth trading for Bijan?
Yeah, I'm still doing this. I'm still taking Bijan. I'm not jumping off the Bijan ship because of one random weird week. Still taking him.
So who would you prefer if you got your choice to deal? Are you dealing Breece or Walker?
I'm probably dealing Walker. Because again, I said it before. I said Kenneth Walker is basically like the new Nick Chubb, a great running back. But in fantasy, when he's not getting you touchdowns, he's not getting you a whole lot. Like they'll get you a nice floor, right? When he doesn't score touchdowns, he gets you a nice floor because he racks up yards, but he doesn't catch a lot of passes. Breece at least catches some passes. Probably Walker, but either one, honestly.
Yeah, either one. I'm still taking Bijan. This full PPR, got to admit, Breece does have a slightly higher ceiling. So either one. Steven is back. White or Madison?
Well, here I'll just take White tonight. Just give me White. Yeah, just not feeling Madison. Give me White.
Yeah. Go White. It's just a tougher spot for Madison on the road in Green Bay. And then Ryan Beck, Davis, Ridley, or Lockett. Pick one.
Ridley. These guys are all kind of boom bust. I like Ridley a lot this week, actually. Give me Ridley.
Yeah, and even if you, and understandably, if you're hesitant to start Ridley, here's the push. Lockett, not practicing, hamstring issue. Gabe Davis, just very low floor. His floor is lower than Ridley. If you go look at the games, who's been better this season. You think Ridley's been bad. Well, he's been actually pretty good. But yeah. Mark Hoffman. In a 2 QB league, I have Howell and Wilson. Should drop them for Ritter, Pickett, Minshew, Bryce Young, or Daniel Jones.
I mean, if it's Zach Wilson, sure, I'll drop him for Ritter or Pickett or maybe even Minshew or maybe even Bryce Young. But if it's Russell Wilson, I don't know. Russell Wilson's been okay, at least, as a QB2.
Yeah, I think if it's Russ, just keep him. If it's Zach, I think you know what? I think I'll come around enough on Pickett. I think I can say I'll go with him. He's startable.
Yeah, he's
I'd like
fine.
to say Bryce Young, but no.
Yeah.
And then you need to flex Ridley Stevenson or Garrett Wilson.
Well, I'm going Ridley. But if you're like, I don't want to start Ridley, I get it. I think Garrett Wilson or Stevenson could both be good this week. I think they give you floors. So if you want the floor play, you can go with one of those guys. But if it's me, I'm going Ridley.
Yeah, I'm still going to have some faith in Ridley. No reason not to. I don't feel a big Garrett Wilson game here. Ramondre, get you some points, but.
Hold on, I gotta plug my laptop.
All right. Yeah, I think Stevenson, I guessed, is a little bit safer. You get some points from him. He's not the worst pick, but I'd still take a chance on Ridley. Don't think he's a bad pick here. All right, we got Edgar Padilla. Given the last minute advice that we're trying to do. So, guys, if you have super chat in the last 20 minutes, we're catching up as quickly as we can. Stick with us. We're going to try to get to them all. Hopefully, have some time for some other comments too. All right, need some roster help here. Edgar has Allen at QB. That's good. No help there. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex, and a tight end. Lamb, London, Collins, Myers, Jameson, Palmer, Monty, Rashawn, Foreman, Swift, James Cook, Ingram, Hits.
All right, I'm going Lamb and Collins at wide receiver. I'm going Swift and James Cook at running back. He didn't say if it's PPR, so I'll assume it's PPR. I'm flexing London. I might flex London regardless, honestly. And then I'm going Pitts over.
Actually, you know what?
What?
Standard.
All right.
Glad you mentioned that, Edgar.
Yeah, pull it back up. All right. I'm still going Lamb and Collins. I'm still going Swift and Cook. I'm going Pitts over Ingram. I don't think I could play Foreman. I'm still going London. I think he has touchdown upside. I don't think I could start Foreman over London. Give me London.
Yeah, this would be tough. Like if Monty was active, you'd be playing 3 running backs, but no. Just Swift and Cook. Because I feel like London has as much touchdown upside as a guy like Foreman. I don't feel like Foreman's going to score 3 times again. So, yep, I'm going to agree with everything that you said, actually. Ayush. Flex, 1, Watson, Amari, Pittman, Palmer, White. Don't really love any of these guys this week.
No. I'll say if Watson isn't on the injury report, fully healthy, I might go with him because he's got the best matchup. If not, I might just go with Pittman.
Maybe I'm too skeptical on Pittman and the Colts after last week, especially. But don't like Pittman again this week. I definitely don't like Amari. I might honestly, with this set of players, just risk it with Watson if he's a full go. If he's not a full go, I guess Amari. I think it'd have to be Amari for me.
Yeah, I'm okay with Amari too if Watson doesn't go.
But it's close. Max Desai, full PPR, Jones or Kareem Hunt?
Give me Aaron Jones. I know he might not be healthy. He might hurt you again, but he's got another really good matchup. He should be healthier. Seahawks really good against the run. I'm going to go Aaron Jones.
Again, if he's healthy, if he plays and you feel like he's going to be in there, yeah, you go Jones. Can't burn us twice in a row, can he?
Well, we'll see.
Never happened before. Jason Rodriguez, 12 team, Tua, Diggs, Waddle, Aaron Jones, White, Waller, Ayuk, Hunt, Spears, Pierce, Jeff Wilson, JMO, Achan. Free agents, is that Zay Flowers?
Wow, where's Zay Jones?
Okay, I mean, if it's Zay Flowers, yes, pick up Zay Flowers immediately, drop anybody. If it's Zay Jones, then no, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Zay Flowers, you can drop Jeff Wilson, Jameson Williams, either one, and pick him up. If it's Zay Jones, no, I'm leaving him. But I do think you can drop Jeff Wilson and Jameson Williams if you want. Like, it doesn't.
I'd rather have Kendrick Bourne than Jameson Williams.
Yeah. You can drop those guys for both of those wide receivers if you want.
Yeah, and then asking which two RBs this week. It's got Aaron Jones, got Rachaad White, and then the bench is Hunt, Spears, Pierce, Wilson.
I'm probably just going Jones and White then. Aaron Jones and Rachaad White. I mean, I'm not feeling a big Hunt game. Spears needs a Henry trade. I mean, Pierce could. It's a great matchup, but he also could be splitting with Singletary. Yeah, I'm going Jones and White like you have it.
Yeah, in this case, White just by virtue of volume should be Pierce, but I'm getting worried about him. Mary Jo wants to know, would you consider flexing Ingram over DJ Moore, T. Higgins?
No, would not.
Not enough ceiling here. And then J Army, is it supposed to be 916? Jeremy? I don't know. Full PPR, one quarterback, Stafford, Donald, Mayfield. And who won this trade? Hunt for Rice. Okay, well, let's say Hunt for Rice. I think the right side.
Yeah, right side definitely
Darnold.
won. Yeah,
it's supposed to be Darnold. Stafford, Darnold, Mayfield.
Right side won that trade, and I'll just go with Stafford here. I don't really like any of these guys this week, so give me Stafford.
Yeah, I'm not risking Darnold here. Stafford should be fine. All right, Edgar, is this the same or is this different? He's asking for standard QB help. I think this is the same. Yeah, it looks the same to me. Just a slightly different order.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully we answered your question there, Edgar. Taylor Buchanan, pick 2. Ridley, Rice, Downs, Madison, Kareem Hunt.
I'm going the first two. Give me the first two. Let's go. Let's gamble on that upside. First two.
I know it's really tempting to put a guy like Downs in over Ridley because Ridley's been there and you're expecting him to crush and he hasn't every week. And then Downs looks like the shiny new toy, but it's just, look, the matchup this week for Downs is not great. It's fine. He's a flex candidate, but Ridley is not a guy you just have to bench. Like Ridley could still have a good game. I'm not guaranteeing it, but he could. And then Brendan Ford, Mike Evans, or Devontae Smith?
I'm just going to go with Evans again. I'm just going to go with Evans. I certainly think Smith could have a huge game, but I think Evans could also have a good enough game and not as risky for me. So I'm just going to go Evans.
Yeah, I guess you shoot for the upside. You go Smith, but Evans should be fine. I like Evans tonight. Mark Hoffman, would you drop Garrett Wilson for Jacoby Myers?
Ooh, I mean, I definitely want Jacoby Myers, but I really don't want to drop Garrett Wilson. Is there nobody worse on your team than Garrett Wilson that you could drop? Like, I definitely want Jacoby Myers, but I really don't want to just put Garrett Wilson on the waiver wire. But of course, if Jacoby Myers is on the waiver wire, maybe it's okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know Mark just did a super chat. He's always watching us. Let's see. Okay, so his question was a quarterback question. So we don't know his full roster. Although, you know what? It's a 2 QB league. Hal Wilson. No, none of those guys can be dropped. And obviously, you need a second quarterback. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Michael Kobus. 12 team full PPR have Hurts, Goff, James Cook, Hunt Akers, Justice Hill, Waddle, Addison, London, Johnston, Dobbs, Kelsey, and Andrews. You're 1-6.
Ooh.
Trade
Trade Hurts.
Trade Hurts. Oh, well, I guess you do have Goff there, yeah.
But I mean, you could package like Hurts and I don't know. Yeah, package Hurts and Kelsey and get like, but you got to get like or package Hurts and Andrews or and get a haul though. You got to get a haul. Like you got to get, a really good running back, a really good wide receiver, and try to save this team.
Yeah, this team might need 2 really good running backs. I mean, Cook, okay, you could start him as your RB2, but you're 1-6. You need some more upside than what he's given you. You definitely need running back help, like for sure. And I think this team might have to do 2 separate deals. You might just need to sell Kelsey for a stud receiver and maybe something else. And then try to do Hurts with somebody, maybe an Addison. Maybe you sell high in Addison, try to get another really good either running back or receiver. I think you're going to have to sell off Hurts and roll with Goff, and that will be okay. You're just going to have to do it. And then you'll be fine rolling with Andrews and sell Kelsey. So, yep, that's what we got. All right, Oscar Melendez, would you trade Kittle for Derrick Henry and then just pluck Schultz off the waivers?
Yes, definitely. Definitely would do this.
Yeah, why not? Kettle has not been rocking it. Let's see. Welcome overseas as well. Hey guys, 12 PPR, Dak CMC, Taylor Olave, Nico Swift, Hawk, Tucker, Ravens. Worried about the receivers. Got London on the bench, DK, and Deontay Johnson. Well, you got a good bench. But do you switch anything here?
No. I'm not playing like DK. I don't think I'm playing London over Olave or Nico. Not Deontay. I like London. I like Deontay, but I don't know if I can play him over Olave or Nico. And you got I don't know what you're worried about your wide receivers for. You got good wide receivers.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can say, well, Olave hasn't really gone off and London's been inconsistent. DK was hurt. So I understand that, but you actually have good receivers here. I'm noticing, okay, CMC, yeah, Swift, and then there's Taylor. Would you consider, I'm assuming one of those is a flex. Would you consider flexing London over one of those guys?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe London over Taylor.
That would be my only thought, but maybe that's overthinking matchup.
Yeah, I'd probably just roll with the running backs.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Connor Charatola. Swift and Warren for Bijan and Spears.
Yes, I prefer Bijan over Swift. If we're talking about backup handcuff running backs, I prefer Spears to Warren. So, yes, this is a yes.
Yeah, you get Bijan, do it like Swift, but yes, still buying low on Bijan here. All right, we got 410 Braxton back in the house. Thank you, appreciate you always. Should I start Mostert and Foreman?
Sure. I think they'll both be fine this week. I don't know which other.
Yeah, we don't know who else you would start instead. Mostert, okay, I guess just bottom line, talk about Mostert here. Any concerns for Mostert?
I mean, a
Is he
little
still a
bit,
must
but
start?
a little bit of concerns, a little bit, but I think you still got to start him for the most part.
Must start Mostert? Yes, I
Yeah,
think
I mean, I think we can stop with the must start stuff,
so.
but
Yeah,
um,
he's not wrecking fantasy these days, but he's still a
no,
strong start.
yeah, exactly.
So I'm starting Mostert. I'm not worried too much about him. I mean, Foreman is only if you really don't have anybody better, so don't know who else you got. I mean, if you're talking about like someone here asked, Angel here is asking like Foreman or Hunt, go Foreman. It was interesting. The Toad 78. Would you go Foreman, Gus, or Joe Mixon at RB2?
This is right where Joe Mixon belongs, so I'm happy to see that. It's close for me between Gus and Foreman. I might go Gus. He's got a good matchup. I think I might go Gus. It's close between him and Foreman.
Yeah, I might go Gus too, honestly. So Braxton, I mean, Foreman over these guys, probably not. But if you just don't have anybody better, he's okay. He's startable. It's not a complete no. Brett McFarland, 12-man PPR. Jackson Taylor, Pollard, Diggs, Ayuk, Kelsey, Hollywood, and Rashad. Would you trade Taylor and Hollywood for Bijan and Metcalf?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I would still take Bijan over JT. And I think Metcalf and Hollywood, once Kyler comes back, will probably be pretty close. So, yeah, give me Bijan and Metcalf.
A lot of people looking now. JT's coming on, he's back, whatever. And Bijan, has done nothing because he didn't play for 1 week. And then Bijan's a bum. How can you do this? This feels like you're outsmarting your league because you're taking advantage of a game where Bijan and Metcalf basically just didn't play, and you're buying low on them. So I think this is good. This is a good go. It's not a fleece or anything, but all right. And then another one from Jeremy. Addison and Godwin for Waddle.
Ooh, I think it's fair. I don't know. I might prefer the Addison Godwin side. It feels like maybe a little bit of an overpay for Waddle. I think I'll take Addison and Godwin.
Yeah, if it was like for CD Lamb, okay, I would do it. I still like Waddle. I still like buying low on Waddle, but I just don't know if this is low because you're trading two startable receivers. So it's not bad, but I don't love it. Tom Zook got offered Barkley and Calvin Ridley for JT.
Yeah, take Barkley and Ridley. I mean, I still feel better about Barkley than JT rest of the season. The offensive line's going to get healthier. And you get Ridley as well. Yeah, take Barkley and Ridley, definitely.
I feel Barkley and JT are pretty comparable, really, in fantasy. So you're just kind of getting Calvin Ridley for free for nothing. So yeah, I would do this. It's always good to have better assets. Felix Tav, hey, full PPR, Gabe or Amari?
I'll just go with Amari. I'm just not feeling a big Gabe
Yeah,
game tonight. Just give me Amari.
yeah, give me Amari as well. What about Matthew Ross, Pitts or Kincaid?
Pitts. Go Pitts.
Going Pitts too. Boomer, got a kicker question just for you.
I
Brandon
mean, I
Aubrey or
know I know
Farrell?
Aubrey's a Dallas kicker and he's been awesome because I had him in one league for many weeks. So Aubrey.
There you go. It's Aubrey. Playing in the dome too, right? That's the advantage. Sal Palumbo, White or Henderson?
I think I'm going Henderson.
It's close here. We've been saying
Yeah.
Henderson pretty much all night, right? So stick with Henderson, just a slight edge. Justin Contact. 2 QB league with Sam Howell. Should I trade Jimmy G, Brees Hall, and JT for Deshaun Watson and CMC?
No. I mean, Jimmy G, Deshaun Watson, whatever. Get these guys out of here. They don't even count.
So
But you're
it's
giving
2
up
for
Brees
1.
Hall and JT for CMC? That feels
Yeah.
like too much for me. Even for CMC, that feels like too much. I want Brees Hall and JT.
I mean, you're taking on way too much risk. And like, this is a 2 QB league. You need a second startable quarterback. Deshaun Watson might be out multiple weeks. Isn't that what they're saying? Like, could it be a 4 to 6 week thing, maybe?
Yeah.
I can't do this. I don't love Jimmy G, but I
Oh well,
like
it is
him
okay. It
more
is
than
a
D.
two. It is a 2 QB league, so I shouldn't say throw Deshaun and Jimmy G out of here, but still give
I
me
could
the
throw Deshaun Watson out of there because he's not playing.
give me the Hall JT side.
And then Python always on point with the reminders. Yep, guys, get those picks in. We'll talk about Underdog again in a minute after we answer the rest of these questions, including a very time-sensitive one from Brian because he said so. Cook or Javante?
Cook. No Vita Vea. I'm going Cook tonight.
Yep, going Cook. I'm not ever. Well, I'm a little bit coming around on Javante, but not enough to actually, like start him. Ron G, always a smart man too. Yep, Underdog. 10-man full PPR needs 2 flexes. Cortland Sutton, Terry McLaurin, James Cook, or Jacoby Myers.
I'm going Jacoby. Jacoby and Cook. Jacoby and James Cook. Well, or do I go with Terry? It is full PPR. I think I might go Jacoby and Terry McLaurin because it's full PPR.
Actually, I think these are all solid options this week. I like Jacoby if Jimmy G plays. I kind of like Cortland Sutton, to be honest, but I don't know if I like him more than Terry because Terry had a good game against Philly last time, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I'll go Jacoby Terry too, but I think it's really close with Sutton. All right, then we got Dean Gonzalez Jr. Welcome, Dean. Bills or Chiefs at defense?
Chiefs. I
You
like
get
the
the
Chiefs.
Broncos.
Yep.
Yeah, go with the Chiefs, and then Wilson, Mayfield, or again autocorrect Darnold.
Well, I don't know what Wilson that is. If it's Zach Wilson, I might just go with Sam Darnold and hope CMC catches a couple dump offs for touchdowns or something.
Yeah, with these options, actually, I might go Darnold. Even if it's Russell Wilson, I might just go Darnold. And then Zach Dabney needs a flex. Higgins or what?
Higgins. Give me Higgins. I'd rather
Yeah,
gamble on
Higgins. If Higgins doesn't play or you get really nervous or something, you can always find someone to pivot to. You can't take Rachaad White out of your lineup after tonight. So 95. What's up? Good question. Got offered Jacobs for Addison. Have Bijan, Hall, Etienne, Warren, Adams, Olave, Myers, Garrett Wilson, Dell. So would you take Jacobs in this case?
Man, it should be Jacobs, but we got to be really worried about him.
Got Bijan and Hall. I mean, it's not desperate at running back. And
No.
Etienne coming back.
Yeah, maybe just hold Addison. I'm really worried that Jacobs might be one of the biggest busts of the year this year. Might just hold Addison.
Yeah, in this case, you just don't, like I said, you don't need a running back. I think you'll hold Addison for now. It's not an unfair trade, though. Anthony Mayer, Walker or Cook? Are you nervous enough about Walker that you just play Cook?
I mean, who would your backup be if Walker doesn't play? That's the thing. If you have no other options, if you're going to the waiver wire and picking up like Pierre Strong or something, then yeah, just play Cook tonight and don't risk it. But if you have decent options, I would wait for Walker.
Right. You'll be okay with Cook. I want to play Walker, of course, if he plays, but it depends on who you got on the bench there. All right, what about Godwin or London?
Well, I prefer London, but he's saying pick 3 of these guys too. So now you're in the same conundrum because, like, if you don't play Godwin tonight and then Walker doesn't play, you only have 2 of these guys. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you do not have a good backup, like if you're going to be putting somebody terrible in, if Kenneth Walker doesn't play, maybe just go Cook, Godwin, and London. Or look, you can go Cook and Godwin tonight, and then if Walker plays, you can play him over London. It's not the end of the world to bench London.
I want to keep London. I mean, I have all these guys. I think I want to keep London in there. I don't mind playing Cook and Godwin in London. I would just keep those guys in for now. Walker is looking risky. That's the only thing. All right, Christian Gonzalez, 2 running backs in the flex. Mixon, Javonte, Foreman, Chuba, Ridley, and Dell. Okay, so 2 running backs out of those first 4 players. Huh. Someone earlier said that they finally got you to pick Mixon for something. So are you going to pick Mixon again?
2 running backs. I'm going to go Foreman, and I might just go Foreman and Javonte, honestly. It's not a bad matchup for Javonte. He's basically Ben Mixon. 15 carries last week, a few catches. I'm going to go Javonte and Foreman.
I think, yeah, Chuba is not really interesting enough if Sanders plays. I like Foreman because of the upside. I think I'll still go Mixon over Javonte. Like I said, Javonte just not that Mixon does get my juices flowing, but I'll go Mixon over Javonte, and then Ridley or Dell at the flex. It got to be Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley.
And then Benny, panic on Devontae and Bijan. No,
not panicking on these guys.
Like
no.
Not at all.
And especially not panicking on them to play one of these guys over them. No.
And then we got Dell, Singletary, or D-Hop.
I'm going Dell. I like Dell this week. D-Hop, no thanks with Will Levis. Singletary, it is a good matchup, but we don't know how much he's going to play or not play. I'm going Dell. I like Dell.
Yeah, you can't roll with D-Hop with a rookie quarterback. Nah. Not doing it. And it's not a good matchup either. Singletary, just not enough. It's Dell. It's definitely Dell. What about Alex Soberon? Welcome back, Alex. If Walker doesn't play, you go with Sharbs or just play Pierce?
Charbonnet. If Walker doesn't play, I am definitely playing Charbonnet.
I mean, Pierce is not necessarily the guy. Someone just asked about Singletary. Someone earlier asked about Singletary. Why? Because he's catching up to Pierce in terms of touches. So I think you just got to go with Sharbs. You know, he's going to get all the work in the backfield, assuming he's healthy. All right, what about the Joel Bear? Week 10 problem. Oh, okay. Okay, we're looking ahead again. You have good players, but you might be hurting at running back. Trying to fix with a trade. I mean, look, we've talked about this. I don't mind having all my guys who are the best players on my team buy in the same week and just take the L, because then at least it's over with.
Exactly. Sometimes it's a good thing. And then I think
what I'm definitely not going to do is trade away really good players just for the bye week. I'm definitely not doing that. Don't make trades based on buys.
Yeah, and then I think we need to answer this one real quick because the game's about to start.
Sutton, Pittman, Godwin, Bourne, pick 2.
Definitely Godwin is one of them. So play him tonight. And I'd probably go Sutton.
I like Sutton. Yeah, I don't mind Bourne, but I like Sutton.
Yeah. All right. I think that was the only one left with the question for tonight.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're almost at game time. If you have any last minute urgent start sit questions for tonight, this is your chance. Drop it. If it's a super chat, it'll pop up right away. If not, we'll still try to see it. And we'll get back to that trade question in a second. Let's just do. Okay, so Joel Bear, hang tight. Let's do some more start sits. Larry Montoya. Who are you sitting? Rashee Rice, Christian Kirk, or Devontae Smith?
Well, I got to sit Rashee Rice. Can't sit Kirk or Smith.
I don't mind Rice this week again. I think he's solid, but can't sit Kirk, and I don't want Devontae Smith on my bench. I just don't. Let's see. Yeah, we're almost ready. Not Bills Mafia time. Let's go to Jason Priddle. It's 2-5 in a 10-man half PPR league. Got Stroud, Goff, K9, Henderson, Hunt, Rashawn, Spears, CD, Terry, Pickens, Higgins, Nico, and Dell. All right, so let's set a lineup here. Stroud or Goff?
Goff this week. Love him at home against the Raiders.
Yeah, I actually like Stroud too, but Goff is definitely the edge. K9, I mean,
if Walker plays, it's him and Henderson. If Walker doesn't play, then Henderson and Hunt.
There you go. Yeah, you can't start Rashawn or Spears yet. CD, Terry, Pickens, Higgins, Nico, Dell. I got some good receivers there, so let's go top 3. CD,
Pickens, Nico, I think are my top 3.
And then
trades, I mean,
trades.
Maybe you can try to package Darrell Henderson or Kareem Hunt with one of these wide receivers and get like an upgrade to RB2. That's what I'd be looking at because Hunt has a lot of name value, a lot of steam right now. That's what I'd be looking at.
Yeah, there are. You need help at RB2, definitely, and you got some good depth at receiver. So try to flip one of those with name value. And Henderson, look, if Henderson has a good week this week, you definitely move him to get a solid RB2. So do that. All right, and then let's go back. Sorry, Joel. I just want to make sure we got all those back to yours. So Hurts, Tua, Puka, Devontae Smith, Kelsey, Achan. You got some really good players here. Like Tua and Puka for Dak and Etienne.
Yeah, I mean
that's not terrible.
It's not terrible. You get, I think Etienne and Puka is pretty fair. I mean, yeah, I prefer Tua over Dak, but I mean,
I don't know who else you got a receiver here, Joel. You didn't put all of them, but if you're hurting at running back to get Etienne over Puka, I think that's totally fine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can do this. Not because of bye weeks, just because if it helps your roster, your starting roster.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Let's make sure we got all these. We did this. We did this. I think we did all 3 of those, right? We got Larry's, we got Roberts, and we got Jason's.
Yes.
We did not do Tyler. All right, Tyler Neville. Sending Mike Evans, Monty, and Foreman for Pollard. Too much.
I think it's an overpay for Pollard. Like Foreman, whatever, doesn't count. But you're giving up Monty and Mike Evans. I mean, Monty. Look, I expect Pollard to be better than Monty, but Monty will still be good, and Evans has been really good. I think this is a little too much for Pollard.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it before the injury, Monty was better than Pollard straight up in fantasy. I think Pollard will be fine, but yeah, I just don't think you needed to give up that much without getting anything back aside from Pollard. Already have Hill, Olave, Moore, Deontay. Okay, I mean, you feel like, well, I'm already good, but yeah, you don't want to have to overpay because in a couple of weeks, remember, you're like, oh, Monty's out. He's not out for the season, though. That's the only thing. So it was a slight overpay. Frenzy is hanging on here. Trade Hawkinson, Burrow, and Jerome Ford for Laporta and Pollard.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm going to assume that Burrow, you have another quarterback you could play. Yeah, you're taking a slight hit at tight end, but you're getting Pollard, so that's a big upgrade over Ford. I think I do this, assuming you have another QB, right? I'm guessing you have Burrow and somebody else probably, right? You probably have 2 decent QBs, so in that case, I'm doing this.
Right, assuming Burrow is not, somebody you need, that's fine.
Yeah,
we don't overpay for Pollard right now. Buy low, sure, but don't overpay for him. You shouldn't need to. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. It is game time. Ready for some football. That's right. So don't worry. We'll be back on Saturday and Sunday for the big start sit show. We'll be there for all your last minute decisions because injury report will finally be out. We'll know all the latest updates on all these guys you're worried about. So Check
Yes.
us out Saturday. And of course, we got more videos dropping tomorrow and again the next day. Get you ready, prime for week 8. But everybody enjoy Thursday night football, and we'll see you next time.